So, in the interview for the Rock Bottom YouTube channel, the Rock Bottom radio show, and the HARDLINE magazine, Lips guitar player, singer, mastermind of Anvil. Hi, Lips.
Hello.
So, how is the run of the current tour so far?
It was really good. Particularly the UK was really, really good. And it looks like the German part of the tour is going to do really exceptional as well. So, yeah, it's been going really good.
Good. And it was a break of 2.5 years. You couldn't tour because of the COVID crisis. So, is it, should I say, only a different kind of live feeling than before? Or would you see it?
It wasn't. The whole world got shut down. It was a terrible thing, and now we're back out touring like we should be and trying to make up for lost time and lost money. So, yeah, just like everybody else is.
Yeah. Okay, and how is the new material from Impact Is Imminent accepted live? How is this?
Well, we're only doing a couple songs from the newest album and one song from the last album.
Yeah.
Because I don't believe that it's a good idea to overdo the new material. When people don't know the stuff, it's not fair to the audience. So I do as the least that I can do. Some people might go, you should be doing more, but I don't really believe that no one's really complaining. If you hear two new songs, one slightly new song, I think it's all good.
Yeah.
3 songs out of 10 is it's still 30%, right?
Of course. Yeah.
So you got to be careful. You can't go too far with that.
Is it hard to create a set list because of your classics in the 80s?
No. The thing is that's actually quite remarkable. For the most part, people coming to see us, it's their first time. So, unbelievable that people are coming to see Anvil for their first time in 45 years. Quite a high percentage are new fans.
Yeah.
Because old fans generally stop going to concerts.
Oh yeah.
They're in their 50s now. They've got other things to do. A lot of people, their life changes. They're not 25 anymore, right? And luckily, because of the Anvil movie, we've acquired a completely new generation of young fans. So this is predominantly what we're playing to, and I think that's a great thing. We're one of the very, very few, if not one of the only, bands from the old days that is drawing a new crowd and not depending on people from 1980 to come see us.
Okay, more new fans, not so much the old fans.
That's
like
right.
me. That's good. And did you have some funny moments on the tour? Do you have some anecdotes for us of this tour? Some mishappenings or very great things?
Not really. I mean, it's been very busy. Just working. We're working every night. It's a extremely long tour. That started long before we got here. I mean, we started this tour in June 1st. So here we are 6 months later. So it's very, very busy. Very busy. Lots of places. We've been all over the United States and Canada and now all through Europe. And this is going up all the way till probably the summer. It's going to be a year-long tour.
Yeah.
Luckily, upon finishing recording of impact is imminent, we began writing for the next album. So all the music is sorted for the next album. I just have to write the lyrics.
So
I'm hoping that the inspiration of all the stuff we've been doing is going to give me good ideas for what to sing about.
So next year we'll start recording a new album again.
Yeah, probably in August.
Okay, that's very good. Again in Germany here with the old team.
Yeah, we're going to be recording again in Germany. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. And in your movie, The Story of Anvil, it was shown problems with the venues, with promoters. It was not so well organized at that time. So how is it today? Does this tour function very well from this point of view, from the organization and all the
Well, I mean, to a great degree, the tour that we're doing right now in Europe was booked years ago.
Yeah.
Right? There are a number of shows that were added, and some disappeared, right? Because so did the business.
Yeah.
Some of the businesses are gone, right? The clubs went out of business, and so. But like, we have to carry on. It's humanity.
Yeah.
We must survive, and that's what we're doing.
And very successful in the recent years. So, and you have played in North America, Canada, USA, and you will play in Japan, Singapore, and Australia next year. So, are there any differences in the fan reactions or mentality of the fan? How would you see it?
Well, actually, what has been quite noticeable, particularly in the USA, was that there was still a lot of apprehension for people to go out. People, for a number of different reasons. Many people haven't got money now because, of course, they haven't been working for 2 years.
Yeah,
So there's a problem with that, and there's a lot of hysteria and fear of being sick, of getting sick. It's kind of interesting in a certain sense because as a fact, since June 1st, I go out into the crowd, I start the show in the crowd, and I end the show in the crowd, and I shake hands and hug people for the last 6 months.
But you're still healthy.
And everybody's so scared of being sick, and here I am 6 months into doing this, and I haven't gotten sick.
From this tour, will there be a live recording or another video? How would you see it? Maybe a live video, or maybe
No, I have no intentions of ever doing a live DVD.
No.
I honestly don't believe in live recordings or live videos. You want to come see the band? Come see the band.
Yeah, see it live.
I'm not going to make it easy for you to sit on your couch and be a couch potato and watch me in your living room. Come to my show.
Yeah, okay.
That's how I feel about it. I mean, one could say maybe it would help increase sales. I don't think it does.
No.
I mean, there's maybe 2 albums in the history of the music business. Peter Frampton Comes Alive.
Yeah.
There's one album that sold millions that was a live album. I can't really name another one. Yeah. So what's the point?
Okay, yeah. And a sequel to The Story of Anvil, maybe
that's an unprecedented situation too. Things that very, very unusual. First of all, it's extraordinarily unusual for a documentary about a band to even do well at all. Most don't, and most don't because they don't. It's all fabricated. Most information that you see in music DVD or music documentaries is fabricated crap.
Yeah.
And what I mean by that is, no one wants to tell the truth. because they're afraid of the truth, because when the truth gets revealed, it puts them in a bad light, or they think it puts them in a bad light. The truth about the Anvil documentary, which is different from
Because it
pretty
was
much
true,
all of
honest.
them that have ever been made, is that it was made in real time, and real truth, and real honest.
Yeah. Yeah, it
And
was
it's,
authentic.
you know, that most bands, all they talk about when they, especially the successful bands, is how hard it was to get there. Well, you know what? It's really easy to say that,
Yeah.
isn't it? But it's not another thing to show it, isn't it?
Yeah. Okay.
You know, like you can go back and let's say Kiss's history. We can look at a band like Kiss and look at their history, but you're looking at a history. You're not watching them make the history. They're two different things.
Yeah.
You know, and that's what makes the big difference. The Anvil movie showed us out on the road trying to get somewhere. It showed us building our future and taking part in our future, and that's a completely different thing, and a huge risk, because you don't know. As we were making that movie, we had no idea where it was going to go, because we were following the reality of the moment, not what we wrote on a piece of paper and following the directions. It was completely as it came to pass. One major part of what that depicted, particularly the end piece where we play in Japan, completely unplanned. We hoped and we prayed and we crossed our fingers. Can we get a show in Japan? How did that come to pass? All by chance. Not because I made a phone call, not because of anything like that. Because somebody at one of my shows dropped my amplifier. Okay? He dropped my amplifier. He had to pay for the repairs. In this process, I became friends with this guy. He went to Japan and talked to a promoter there about bringing Anvil there.
Yeah.
And sure enough, that's how we got the gig in Japan. Not because I called, not because it was happenstance.
Yeah.
It was circumstances that just fell into place.
It was good that he has damaged your amplifier afterwards.
Yeah, afterwards, it's okay. My amp is okay, and I got to go to Japan, so it's all worked out. But like I said, things. That's the thing about that movie. It wasn't about a past history. It was about what are we doing right now.
Yeah. Okay.
And that's a huge,
Understand,
massive difference. The other thing is, there's such an undertow of inquisitiveness. People heard of it. They don't know anything about it, and then they watch it, and they're astounded. Timeless. It has a timeless attitude, the movie. So what has happened is the movie did its number without much help in the sense from a business situation, but more from a public standpoint. It grew, and it grew bigger and bigger to the point where it became part of a history.
Yeah, really, it is
Part of the history of rock and roll. Not just a movie, but it's actually a piece of history.
Yeah.
That piece of history has become integral and important to the point where the movie has been re-released, which has never happened. You know, the Ten Commandments didn't get re-released, right? How many people have seen the Ten Commandments? And it still hasn't been re-released. But the Anvil movie has. I think that there's something to be said about that. And what it is, it's that it's moving history, real moving history.
Yeah, of course.
That's the truth, not fabricated, not made up.
Yeah, really authentic. And
Real authenticity,
Yeah.
which in this world is very rare.
yeah, it is, of course. And so this line-up stable and current line-up, the current line-up is stable line-up. It lasts on since 2014 when Chris joined the band.
Yeah,
Is
well,
everything-
we had some difficulties, obviously. Rob and I have been playing together since we were kids.
Yeah,
After the first lineup, the very beginning lineup, it everybody has a different motivation
yeah,
for being and doing. You know,
Yeah.
For Rob and I, it's always been the same, and it remained the same, and still is the same. For the old members, when they were in it, they were doing it because they want to get the groupies. They want the girls. That was their motivation. That's not what Rob and
yeah.
my motivation are. Our motivation was to put together and be a heavy band that never sells out.
Yeah, it's came
Never
through, yeah.
sells out. What does that mean? That means no commercial success. Don't want commercial success.
Yeah,
Because when you get commercial success, you've ruined what metal is about.
Yeah.
Metal is about the underground and always has been. That's why people look for the album by the band that no one knows about.
yeah. I read on the internet that you were invited to join Motorhead in 1982 when Fast Eddie Clarke left the band. So did you regret that you haven't accepted
No, there's
the
no
offer?
regrets. Absolutely none.
No, no.
No, of course
It's-
not.
Of course not. It's and
Like, would Lemmy leave Motorhead to join Anvil?
I don't think so.
No, I don't think so either. So when he asked me, I said no. It's
Good.
it's just what it is.
Yeah.
Not that I didn't like Motorhead, and not that I wouldn't have done it. I would have done it if I wasn't doing Anvil.
Yeah, understand. Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
That's the whole point. I'm my own career. Do I really want to become? I'm very, very driven individual. Okay, I'm not someone who's going to put down my guitar and let somebody else guide me. I'm not going to do that.
No, no.
That's not. I was born to be a leader, and that's what I am,
Of course, yeah.
and that's it. And I will not compromise that. And it means everything to me because I don't want to give that up.
Yeah, yeah.
And and that's no. Trust me when I say that there was no difference on that level as a human being to Lemmy and I.
Yeah, of course.
And when we met, we both recognized that in each other
Yeah,
and had admiration for each other on
Of
that
course,
level,
yeah,
of course,
yeah.
right? But you can't have two leaders.
of course. You understand.
Not really.
Not two alphas in one band.
I mean, I can understand his attraction. My attraction to him, his attraction to me. I can understand it. We both had a lot of things in common. Our love for the Beatles is
Yeah.
you can't even. If we start going in there, I can sit here and talk for hours about it. But there were key elements that we had in common, and he felt that we could have had a really good go of it, and he was probably right. But on the other side of it, then there wouldn't be the Motorhead that we've
of
known,
course,
and
yeah.
there wouldn't be an
That's-
Anvil. So
yeah, of
but
course.
I think that everything ended up the way it's supposed to. So there's no regrets.
Yeah, no,
Absolutely
okay.
not.
Oh, no. Okay, these were my questions. Do you have further information for your fans?
Well, I just want everybody to know that I'm here, and I'm going to continue to be here, and they can count on me, and not to be selling out and becoming a commercial bubblegum band. That I'm going to remain true to Anvil and to my fans for the rest of my life, and they can be sure of it, because I give you my personal guarantee that that's where and what I will do.
Yeah, that's it. Thank you, Lips, for this nice interview. Keep on rocking and stay tuned.
Okay, I will. Thanks.